Hi, doctor, how are you? I hope you are doing well. Now I'm going to submit my video for assignment 2. Hopefully, that presentation meets you well. In that presentation, we have to talk about, as our instruction, I took the topic from week 2, which is talking about the 6 ethical lenses. Give managers 6 different ways to look at decisions, tough decisions. At 6 lenses are rights, justice, utilitarianism, common good, virtue, and care. Rather than just following the law or chasing profit, each lens shines a light on a different moral side of the decision. For this assignment, I wanted to test how well ChatGPT I used. It was edition 5.6 Sol Extra High model, ChatGPT latest one I think, actually explains that framework. I gave it a detailed prompt, which you can see on the right side of this slide. And then I checked its response against 4 peer-reviewed journal articles from 2024 and 2025 as requested. This table sums up what ChatGPT told me about each of the 6 lenses, how managers can apply each one, and what it means a limitation is. Just to pick out a few examples, for the utilitarianism lenses, ChatGPT said values are hard to compare on single scale. For justice lens, it pointed out that people disagree about what fairness actually means. And for the virtue lens, it's noted that virtues can conflict with each other. To be fair, this is a solid textbook overview. But when I dug into the research literature, I found it missed some pretty important things, and that's what the next slide is about. This slide is the heart of my critique. I found 3 main pages in ChatGPT output. I found 3 gaps in ChatGPT output. The first gap is with utilitarian lens. ChatGPT admitted that values are hard to measure, but it treated this like a technical issue, as if managers just need better tools. What is the search actually shows it's quite different. Bimbai and Ali, in their 2024 paper, pointed out that financial measures always win out because they are the easiest to report to stakeholders. So it is not just bad math, it is a problem built into how organizations work. Second gap is with justice lens. ChatGPT only talks about dividing up benefits and burdens, that distributive justice, but it's completely ignored procedures, or can I say procedural justice, which is about whether the process is fair or not. So the procedure is very important to judge the just or the justice achieved. The procedure should be fair, which is about whether people are treated with respect. Zeiner and Bersoff found in 2024 that procedure just actually link most strongly to job performance, and the AI just left it out. The third gap is with the virtue lens. ChatGPT formed virtue as a personal traits. Things like honesty and courage. What is missed is that virtue matter most when leaders actually put it into practice. Caldera and Infant Moreau found in 2025 that ethical leadership drive organization commitment with a beta of 0.62, a really strong effect. And Unaga showed in 2025 that virtue ethics can help address real employee suffering, not just sit there and philosophical idea. In next slide, I will show improved definitions. Based on this or on those three gaps, I rewrote the definitions myself. For the utilitarian lens, I made it clear that financial measures usually overpower human values simply because they are easiest to track. True utilitarianism means winning all stakeholders equally. Otherwise, it just becomes an excuse for putting stakeholder first. For the just lens, I expanded it to cover all three parts on fairness, distributive, procedural, and interactional. Because here the thing, if the process isn't fair or respectful, people still feel wronged, even when outcome is fine. And for the virtue lenses, I connected it directly to ethical leadership. Virtue works better when leaders model burdens, empathy, and integrity. That's what actually builds trust and commitment across the organization. Now, let me share the real experience that ties all that together. In the previous job, I worked as a project coordinator at logistic company. Management brought a new automated inventory system that basically doubled the warehouse staff workload. They had to scan every item twice. When I raised concern, the answer was that's a bit a short-term pain for the staff, was worse it for long-term efficiency. Looking back through the ethical lenses, management was using a flawed version of utilitarian lens. They counted the financial benefits, but they ignored the physiological cost. Justice lens was missing entirely. Nobody asked the workers, and their concern were brushed off. And there was zero care ethics, no real empathy for people affected. Conclusion: to wrap up, ChatGPT gives you a decent starting point on 6 ethical lenses, but it stays on a service I built it bias. The 3 parts of just and role leaders play it, making virtue real. My own workplace experience confirmed that ignoring those deeper dimensions has real cost for people, for trust, and for performance. Finally, thanks for time. I spent much time, more than 5, so please excuse me for that. Thank you.